Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beth. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, you might have heard me say that my husband and I are going to New York for a few days. So this is the weekend right before Christmas, and we're going up for 3 nights. We're taking the train, so I don't have to worry about keeping liquids or any of that separate. But I wanted to kind of share with you the makeup that I'll be bringing, and I would like to dedicate this video to our good friend Teresa's Dead here on YouTube, because if you've seen her most recent pack with me, well, you'll understand why. But anyway, I say that with love, but I try to keep things relatively compact. I've done some preliminary packing here, I guess you could say, and some of this will hopefully become a little bit more condensed, but I am taking the Charlotte Tilbury bag that looks like this. There are a lot of dupes of this type of bag on Amazon, so you don't necessarily have to purchase this particular bag from Charlotte Tilbury. But I really like kind of how compact it is in a suitcase. It is kind of a, I guess, rectangular cube, and it keeps me a little bit more in check versus some of the makeup bags I've used in the past. So there's one from like Amazon, for example, that has like a hard case, which is great. And I have a video showing you how I packed that case when we went to London for 2 weeks. But especially for shorter trips like this, I want to be a little bit more kind of cutthroat. So let's kind of start with prep here. So I have 3 pairs of these eye masks. I think Ulta has reformulated these. You can't get this exact style, but these are good just for some extra hydration. We are going up to New York in December, so they're good for that. They're also good for applying before doing eyeshadow so that you can prevent any fallout, that kind of thing. So I'm kind of going in order here. I have a random hair tie, which could go in my toiletry bag. I'm debating whether I want to go through that as well, but we'll see how it goes. So I have a couple lip balms. I have the Glossier Biscotti. It seemed like a nice kind of holiday kind of flavor, I guess. And then the Tower 28 Sugar Plum. So I don't necessarily need both of those. I might take one out, but anyway. And then I do have 3 little samples of the Say Glowy Super Gel in the shade Star Glow. So these are a little bit more compact than, I do have the travel size or sample size, like so. So if we were going for a longer trip, I would take this, but because I would only be doing my makeup a maximum of 3 times, I guess, I'm just going to take these. And then I have in here my Charlotte Tilbury corrector. I'm bringing the one that I've been working on, so it's almost gone. So hopefully I'll be able to use this one up a little bit more on the trip. So I have that. For actual complexion, I'm going to bring the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer for eyes and face in the shade 1. So I like how kind of compact this is, and it's also a little bit flatter, which also just makes it a little bit easier to pack, in my opinion. So I'm going to bring this. I debated whether I was going to bring any kind of actual foundation product, but just to be on the safe side, I have the Fenty foundation stick. This is really lightweight. It's not as much coverage as like the Dior, but it's also just really easy to use, and the packaging itself is really lightweight. So I'm going to bring that. And then as far as other complexion products, I really wish Mario would come out with a travel version of this, because I don't really want to take this, but I like it so much that I want to take it. So I'm going to throw that one in there. I also have the Fenty Matchstick in the shade Amber. This is their travel size, so this is more of a contour. I don't know how much makeup I'll apply to like the perimeters of my face, so like bronzer and foundation, because it just tends to get on your coat and that kind of thing. So I don't know. I just want to have it just in case, but I'm not sure how much I'll actually wear it. And then for blushes, so I put in 3 of these little minis that came in various, that one was open, various Westman Atelier sets. I don't probably need all 3 of these, but this one is in the shade Bubble. So a little bit more of a highlighter shade. And then this one is in the shade Petal. So kind of the cult favorite classic. And then this is in the shade Mimi, I believe. The packaging is a little bit difficult to read. So that one is Mimi. It's a little bit more of a nude type shade. And then this one was in Bubble. So this one has a little bit of a shimmer, a little bit more mauve. And then the final one is Petal. So I think that's a good range of shades. That should pretty much cover whatever I want to do. And I could probably just get away with one of those, but anyway. And then I have a travel size of the Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade Enlighten, just in case I want to add a little bit of shimmer. So I also have a travel size of the Airbrush powder, which kind of frustratingly is the same packaging as the corrector, but I like both products, so I kind of deal with it. For kind of eyes and lips, so I have 2 brow gels. I have the Rare Beauty brow gel, which is more of a kind of setting brow gel, and then I just got a new tube of the e.l.f. Wow Brow in the shade Taupe. So great drugstore option. For eyeshadows, this is where it kind of gets interesting. So I have the Maybelline Nudes of New York, kind of a, I don't know, basic color story, but I thought there were a lot of shades in here that I could pull from, a lot of variety. The shadows themselves are pretty small, so you get a lot of kind of bang for your buck with this one. So to be honest, if we were not going to New York, I probably would bring something else, but when in Rome, right? And then also, speaking of New York, I'm going to bring the Lisa Eldridge palette in the shade Fawn. I might actually keep this in the case or in the packaging and just pack that separately, because I think my Vega palette, when I've traveled with it before, I've gotten some minor kind of dents and imperfections. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but these are, I think, aluminum, so just something to be aware of. But this particular palette, I believe, was based on New York in the early 20th century. So the shades are Burnt Clove, Supernaturally, White Tie, Upper West Side, Debutante, and Dorian. And this case itself is based on, I think, a cigarette case. So anyway, I haven't used this one yet, so it's a bit of an act of faith to bring it, but I've enjoyed other palettes from her in the past. So I thought that would be a kind of good neutral option. And then I have 2 of these minis, Petit Fours from Viseart. So Bullion and Lapis. And these I'm bringing because these are also, I think, based on kind of Art Deco, early 20th century, and the hotel we're staying at is kind of Art Deco inspired. So anyway, this one has a couple of more neutral shades and then a blue and kind of an icy blue silver. So again, I'm kind of bringing these more for like the name and the theme than maybe the practicality. And then we are seeing Suffs. So I definitely wanted to bring this one. It has 1919 on it, Follies, Brazen, and Gilded. And with the exception of the black, just some neutral kind of metallic shades there. So I figure I can kind of mix and match these palettes. So yeah, those are the eyeshadows. I do also have the Fenty eye primer. Wish I had a travel size of this, but it's compact enough, I guess. Pencil sharpener in there. 2 lip pencils, one a little bit more neutral, so Pillow Talk Fair. from Charlotte Tilbury. This one probably needs a sharpen. Pretty close to my lip color, so that one is a good basic. And then also the Mario pencil in the shade Angela, which is my mother-in-law's name. So this one is a little bit more of a darker, kind of almost brick red kind of color. So I figure between those two I'll be set, and I can also wear those by themselves or layer the lip balms on top or whatever. Before we get to lip products, I do have the Bottom Lash Mascara from Clinique and my Tarte Lights Camera Splashes and the Lisa Eldridge eye pencil in the shade Ground Coffee. So that should be good there. So lip products, this is where I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to bring the shade Rockefeller from Mario in his satin lipstick formula. So I don't know where my spatula went, but we will endeavor to see the Rockefeller tree. So as you can tell, I am one for names, and I thought the Rockefeller and Angela lip pencil would probably pair well together. So a little bit of a darker red, which personally I find a little bit easier to wear. So I don't need the case for that. And then I wanted to bring one of the Sarah Creole lipsticks. I wasn't entirely sure which one. I probably won't bring Red v. Wade because I'm already bringing another red. And this one is a much brighter kind of blue-based red. There's nothing wrong with that, of course, but I'm just going to stick with one, I think. So there's that, and then this one is Madam President, which I am tempted to bring. So more of a brownie nude. That could probably go with either lip pencil if I really wanted to. And then we also have Mansplain. I do have a reel swatching these three. The first three that I'm showing you here, and then I wore Double Standard, which I'll swatch for you in a video. So that is Mansplain. I think I'm gonna go with Madam President. Double Standard, it leans a little peach on me. Maybe. That actually looks like it might work with the Charlotte Tilbury. All right, I think maybe I'll bring Double Standard and Madam President and leave Mansplain at home because I do have kind of lip balm type products, so I don't think I need something that's too light. All right, so let's see how well all of this fits in here. So I like to kind of group things by category, which is one reason why this particular style of bag is really handy. Let's see, so there is sometimes an art to getting all this to kind of fold in on itself. If I needed to, I could always just take out some of these lip balms. Yeah, see that very easily shuts. Don't have this in there, but for my eyelash curlers, I feel like it's not fair to expect me to fit something in its case in one of these, but we'll see if we can. So it's a little bit more difficult that way, but I think it might shut. But yeah, I think just for the sake of ease, I also do have my Travel Sigma switch, So I might pack that separately, and maybe I'll put this in my kind of purse type bag. So yeah, I think that should be good. So as far as fragrance, I'm bringing the Jo Malone White Moss and Snowdrop, I think it's called. So this is my toiletry kit. It doesn't fit super well in frame. This is the medium size from Bag Smart from Amazon. So this is the first time I am traveling with it. I wanted something that wasn't as big. Like some of these, they just take up so much space in the suitcase. I wanted something that would be a little bit more compact. So I'll quickly show you. I don't have anything in this pocket right here. The great thing about this style of bag is that it does have a hanger that you can hang it up on, like a towel hook or whatever it is in the bathroom. I have some Shiseido cottons and Q-tips, a headband, and a little spatula in this little compartment. So this is where it would hang, if you can see that. I do like that this is clear. I do have some bags like it that aren't, so that makes it handy. So in this compartment, I kind of like to split it up by kind of dry and wet, if I can. So in no particular order, I have the Diva Curl Super Cream, if I want to wear my hair curly, the TheraBreath mouthwash. This is the perfume I mentioned, the White Moss and Snowdrop, so that should be plenty. In my London video, I packed like 5 or 6 of those, which was kind of excessive. I did pick up this fragrance from Demeter because I was thinking of doing a kind of Christmas or holiday cologne video that I never got around to doing. This one is very kind of gourmand. I think the notes on this one are like toasted nuts, or you know, those carts that you see around the holidays. So I wanted to mention it, but I won't bring it. The Paula's Choice 10% azelaic acid booster with salicylic acid. I've been using a prescription azelaic acid, but I figured I would try to use this one up because it's kind of a 2-in-1. A little kind of nail and tweezer little thingamabob from Tweezerman. So I have that. I have the Color Wow styling cream. This is great if you have frizzier hair and you want to kind of slick it down but not totally slick it down. So that helps control that. An anti-chafe stick just in case. This is a mini of the Skin Utility ointment from Prequel. I think it was a gift with purchase. Probably could just bring that instead of Aquaphor as well, but this is a mini of Aquaphor. I have a mini of the Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair. The Paula's Choice Nourishing Milky Toner. This writing is starting to wear off, but that's great. The Innisfree Daily UV Defense Mineral Sunscreen. Sunscreen is important. I really want to replace, I had a mini of the Rose Ink Serum, which has expired. Unfortunately, they're no longer sold at Sephora. But this is really, really beautiful under makeup. I'm not sure how much like sun protection it really gives you. This one is also expired as of October or so. Anyway, I might replace that because I really do like it. Toothpaste, of course. This is a mini of the Good Molecule Squalane Oil, just for an extra layer of hydration at night. The Tower 28 SOS. The Way Leave-In. So this particular bag, it does have some like elastic where you can keep bottles upright, supposedly, but I don't know. I don't think I'll mess with that. Briogeo Farewell Frizz, if I want to blow dry my hair. A mini of the Paula's Choice Mandelic Acid exfoliant. Some AHA exfoliant there. The Drunk Elephant Ceramide AF Eye Balm. I really like the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip in Clear. Really nice kind of hydrating lip balm product. This I just threw in there. It's a Emma Hardy like muslin cleansing cloth. Probably won't need it since we're staying in a hotel, but it never hurts sometimes. the Bee Hydra Hydration Serum, the Lala Retro Whipped Cream. Some of this is a little bit duplicative, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have extra hydration. This is a mini of the CND Solar Oil, Cuticle Oil. And then we have a mini Cocoa Floss and some of my contacts. And then I have kind of the head or case of my electric toothbrush. So I need to pack that tomorrow. But that is it for this section. Everything fits in pretty well. Sometimes what I do, like if we're going to be traveling for 2 weeks and I need to bring kind of multiples of certain products, some products will easily last me, but if I need, for example, multiple mouthwashes or, I don't know, hair mask or whatever, I will pack those separately so they don't take up room in my toiletry case. They're kind of my backups, if you will. And again, that's just for products where I know it's likely that I will run through the entire one that I bring. Some of these that I'm bringing here are not new or fresh, so I'm just trying to use up what's left in the container. But it should be fine. I think there's enough in there to last me. So I also did have a mini like makeup eraser cloth, but I only use these for removing swatches and that kind of thing, so I don't think that's probably going to be necessary. All right, so that is that compartment. And then moving up here, so there's another, I have to move around here, another one of these down at the bottom, which is also clear, which is handy. So have a Band-Aid because you never know, some alcohol, kind of prep pads, and then these are lens wipes, and then just a few like different acne treatment type things just in case. So let's go back up to this one. And this section actually has a top and a bottom. So this, if you didn't see before, it will slide in there to kind of keep it out of the way. But yeah, you can access it from the top or the bottom, or just keep one shut if you want. So I have a silicone wash rag. This is more helpful if I'm like visiting family or whatever, but I just keep it in there. The Olay body wash, pretty standard. I have a little Way hair comb here. I like to brush through my hair when I have hair mask in it. So there's that. Dove deodorant, which I think is technically expired, but I'm just going to use it for this trip. So standard Dove deodorant. This is my favorite shampoo, Virtue Smooth Shampoo. The Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. This one is feeling a little light, actually. I might want to replace that one. Soy Face Cleanser from Fresh. I like using that with like the PMD here. And the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. This is kind of an all-in-one. I can use this as a hand cream, body cream. Great product for the winter. I have some eye drops, which both seem like they're good and have product in them. The Kopari KP Bumps Be Gone. There's that. The Way Body Cleanser. The hotel will probably have something, but you never know, so it's nice to have an option. The Prequel Cleanser, good for face or body. Jordan Samuel After Show Treatment Cleanser. Hopefully there should be enough in there. And then the CeraVe Comforting Eye Makeup Remover, which is pretty empty. This is actually kind of the normal full size, and it might be the biggest size that I'm bringing on this trip, but it's a favorite. And I don't think they sell a travel size. So that is it for toiletries, I'm pretty sure, minus my toothbrush that I need to pack. I think I'll also bring my Dyson Airwrap and some like Tangle Teaser type brushes and that kind of thing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna grab a fresh one of these just to be sure that I'll have enough. Okay, so I grabbed the Way Fine to Medium Hair Mask. And this is one of those containers that it is refillable, so I like to hang on to it to the extent I can refill it. So hopefully that should be enough for, I mean, at most I would wash my hair 3 times. So hopefully that'll do. And I also grabbed a couple of these L'Occitane hand creams to stick in my purse. Just little travel sizes. And I'll probably have hand sanitizer as well. But that's the nice thing about traveling by train, is that you can be a little bit more relaxed about what you're taking with you. So this is the makeup mirror I'm bringing, by the way. I think I've mentioned it in some previous videos, but it's really nice because it's a rechargeable LED mirror. Probably needs to be recharged. But it will kind of stand upright. Sometimes you have to weigh it down with stuff. But it does kind of make it so you can put it on a desk or something, and it's a little bit more, yeah, it definitely needs to be recharged. Oh, no, there it goes. So it has some different settings. Yeah, you can see it kind of goes cooler, warmer. Yeah, so you can put it on a desk and have it be a little bit more kind of eye level. You can turn off now. All right. It was one short press and I was holding it. But yeah, it folds up, it's really compact, and it's a USB charger. So I got this off of Amazon on the recommendation of Taylor Wynn. So I do have a video, I think, where I talk about travel essentials, that kind of thing. And you didn't think I forgot about brushes, did you? So this is usually what I bring in terms of a brush roll. Really old from Bare Essentials, when it was, I think, distinguishable from Bare Minerals, maybe. So I don't know if I want to bring this. It doesn't take up too much space depending on how full it is. But I did just wash my brushes. So I'll need a A506, I'm pretty sure, concealer brush. Some of these I have travel sizes of now, so I might take a look at that. The A507, the BK101. I have the Refer number 2. I think I can put that away. I do want to bring one Refer 28. I have my Sonia G brushes, which are pretty much essential. So flat definer, mini booster, and what is this? The classic crease. This little BK, I think this was actually in the travel set, but I don't think I'll use this, so I might put that one away. Really enjoy my large fluff from Sigma. I'm not bringing any powder blushes, so I don't need the Refer 05. This is the brush that I usually use with the Mario Skin Enhancer, which is really what takes up the most room, so that's a maybe. Elf brush here, I don't need. Powder bronzer, the BK108. Don't know what I use that for, but I don't need it. The Anastasia A23, that's for powder highlighter. I can skip that. I do need some kind of cream blush brush. I might just stick with the Angie. Put that there for now. The 106, that's a foundation brush. That's very important. This I use for powder, but since I'm bringing a smaller powder, I think I can get away with the e.l.f. small tapered brush, and then the BK208, the little angled brush. That is essential, and everything else I think is a repeat. So those are all the brushes I've used recently, kind of my go-tos. So let's think about this here. Honestly, for some of these where I do have travel sizes, I'm not sure how much of a difference the travel size really makes. So this is like this BK travel set that I got from like GMA Deals. This is the Travel 107. This could be good for powder. I might think about bringing that one. This one is the 112, the 113. So this is a travel of the 101, this one. Maybe. I think I have a different travel variation of that one as well. The 110, these don't all come in the set. Some of them I just kind of threw in here. Then the eye brushes. I'm not the biggest fan of the BK eye brushes, to be honest. And then I did also pick up this set, travel set. The nice thing about this one is that you can zip this down so that it stands upright, and you can put your brushes in there. So this one comes with a version of the 101, like I mentioned, and the A506. So basically, I think they're more popular brushes. I think I can probably get away with not bringing the 105, which just takes up the most room, really. So arguably, I should wash these, but all right, let's just see. It does have some kind of brush holders in there. All right, so let's dispense with that one, that one. Okay, so if these are the only brushes I'm taking for sake of argument, I don't know that those are really that helpful maybe, but once I get to our hotel, I'm not going to be kind of packing these up and taking them out again. So I really only need them to be kind of in good condition for one trip. So I'm just gonna kind of throw all those in there. Yeah, I guess that's less space. I mean, that's the goal, right? Obviously this isn't full. I'll show you what this looks like. This has the added benefit of being a way to kind of use your brushes once you get there, but you can always just grab a coffee mug or a glass, whatever you have available. It is nice to be able to kind of see all your brushes this way. I'm just throwing them in here in no particular order. So that's what that would look like. I mean, that's tough. That's tough. I think I might bring this just to try it out. And I guess I'll report back, but I'm not entirely convinced that it's going to be a better option. There's a silica packet in there. So once I get there, everything would just kind of be in there. Which, in a way, like, you run the risk of, I'm talking myself out of this. Like, part of the issue is, like, if you have a dark shadow on a brush, it might bump up against a, like, complexion brush, in which case you just get that shadow on your complexion brush. So maybe I'll stick with my tried and true. And, you know, with that in mind, is it really better to bring the travel sizes? I don't know. This is a nice brush. I don't think I have the full size of this. This is the 107. So maybe I'll bring that. And I guess I'll still leave the 105 at home because, and yeah, I haven't really washed this. It could do with some washing probably, but okay. So I don't need this size if I'm bringing that. Okay. So that is it for my brushes. Apparently I'm too attached to this thing. And I don't even know if you can find it anywhere. I think I even bought it off of eBay when I got it. So, but yeah, I think I do like this style generally. So, yeah, I think that is it. I think that is as much as I can possibly share with you about what I'm bringing to New York. So let me know if you have any questions and if I have any observations or whatever, I will put them in a comment down below. But hope you guys enjoyed seeing this kind of exercise with me, and if you are traveling over the holidays, I hope you have a very safe journey, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday season with your loved ones. And with that being said, I will hopefully talk to you soon. Bye.